Today, I'm going to be sharing the simple steps you can start today to begin your spiritual awakening. So stay tuned. First of all, there are no stages. That is making this way too complicated. The minute you recognize that receiving communication from divinity is available to you, it's a skill you can develop, you're awake. When you recognize that you want that communication and that deepening relationship, you're awake. Then you just have to be intentional and practice. And the more you practice, the easier it will become and the stronger those messages will be. And the more you'll learn to trust it so you can take aligned action based on the guidance you're receiving. The first thing you're going to want to do is to set up a regular practice time. This is going to be a new habit. So making it a regular time every day and making sure you have quiet time and space to practice is going to be important. You don't need a lot of time. 10 minutes a day is plenty, and we all have 10 minutes a day if this is important to you. Just make it the same time every day so you don't forget, and in the short term, set reminders for yourself, whether that's a Post-it or an alert on your phone. Do whatever it takes to remind yourself that you're going to give yourself this really important intentional time every day to deepen your relationship with Spirit. So you get your quiet time and space, and then you want to set your intention. The way you do this is by saying out loud and then quietly in your head to yourself something in your own words to the effect that I am setting the intention to connect with my higher self. Now, you may use a different word. You may say inner wisdom, my divinity, my inner knowing. It doesn't matter what you call it. But you want to set the intention that you're going to connect with it and receive communication from the divine. You want to say this out loud and then internally before you begin, because your consciousness hears your words differently when they're out loud versus a thought. And you want to do it both ways to optimize your connection potential. After you set your intention, you're going to turn inward and just quiet your mind and focus on your breath for a minute. Nothing fancy. You don't have to do any fancy breathing techniques. Just notice your breath. Notice how it feels in your body, moving in and out of your mouth. Just notice your breath, and that's going to help you turn your thoughts inward and kind of quiet your mind. And then I'm going to ask you to ask a question of your higher self. It doesn't have to be complex. When you're just practicing, I recommend you have fun with this and not make it anything too important to you right this second, because that's putting too much stress and pressure on yourself. Be playful and have fun, and enjoy this time of connection with the great Creator. Put a question out there out loud again, and then internally in your thoughts, and then sit maybe for another minute to see if any ideas bubble up. You're not trying to analyze it and come up with the answer yourself. Remember that. That's important. You need to turn off your analytical mind and just sit quietly and see if anything comes to you. It probably won't, because you're new to this and you need to give it some time to percolate and bubble up. So you're going to just leave the thought out there and go about your day. Then I'm going to ask you to just recognize when something does come to you, when you're quiet, but not thinking about that question. It could be when you're doing something mindless and routine, like chopping vegetables or taking a shower or going for a walk. Something quiet and monotonous and routine is usually when those new thoughts drop into you. You may get a knowing, you know the answer to the question. You may get an idea that could help you figure out the answer to the question. If it seems to come out of the blue and it wasn't something you were thinking about or striving to figure out, it's probably your answer from divinity. Now, this is a skill you have to practice, and the more you play with it and practice, the more you'll be able to discern, okay, is this my monkey mind coming up with analytical ideas? Or is this truly divine inspiration coming in? It takes practice and intentionality and time. But once you start, you are awake. Be sure to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.